What's good, team? Welcome back to another top 10 video today. And today's top 10 video is going to be talking about the top 10 floodgates that are currently in Yugioh. So the reason why I want to make this video is because honestly there are a lot of great floodgates in this game, and I think a lot of you guys don't know about them. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of you guys do, but for you guys that don't, this video is going to be a really good treat for you. If you guys that do know about these cards, hell, just watch the video anyway. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting off by saying, dun 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 dun, I hate every fucking card on this list. Hope they all burn in hell, but also with that being said, these cards are kind of healthy for the game. I'm on a gray area when it comes to floodgates. I love them, I think they're kind of healthy for the game, but at the same time I think it's sad that this game needs floodgates to be healthy. So starting off with number 10, Skill Drain, a very powerful card that I really gets on my skin at times. There's a lot of games I believe I would have won if it wasn't for Skill Drain. I mean, of course, a lot of you guys know those times where you're from an attack for a game, where if you get that one effect off on your turn, you win, and your opponent just like, nope, Skill Drain, and you wind up losing. And for you noobs that don't know what Skill Drain does, the effect basically reads pay 1,000 life points to negate the effects of all monsters on the field. So, with that being said, Skill Drain is a very powerful card, and it had to be on the list at number 10. On the list at number 9, I have Rivalry of the Warlords. Another floodgate, it just gets under my skin when it's activated on me. I mean, I've used it in my hero deck, and so I know the power of the card. Effect basically reads, when you activate it, both players select one type of monster card on their field and send the rest to their graveyard. So it's really powerful for one type of decks, like heroes, for great examples. Most of the heroes are warrior. It's really good in those decks that floodgate out decks like pendulums and decks that has to take creativity, because you know most creative decks run different types of monsters. So I believe this floodgate is kind of unhealthy for the game because it kind of just fucks the players up who really try to think outside of the box. So with that being said, the card is very powerful. I can see it one day being banned in a future format. So for those reasons alone, I have it as listed at number 9. Coming to list at number 8, I have Vanity's Emptiness. Now, Vanity's Emptiness is another floodgate that has been hit to 1, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get banned in the near future. Well, probably not. Who fuck knows at this point. Fact basically reads, when it's activated, you need to play some monsters, etc. And then when the player who activated card leaves from the field to the graveyard, Vanity's Emptiness dies. Now, this card is very powerful because, you know, back in the Dragon Ruler format, for you guys that played in that era, you flipped it over on any special summon deck and you have a big beefy monster on the board, you're pretty much gonna win. And that's kind of a little bit unfair because if you open up that card and you set up your field, you're just gonna beat the opponent just by having that one card. I believe one card should not have that much power, which is the reason why I'm doing this video. So for those reasons alone, Emptiness had to be on this list at number 8. Oh, by the way, this list is not in a specific order. I'm just reading off the list I just made. Coming to this at number 7, I have Domain of the Monarchs. Similar to Vanity's Emptiness, Domain of the Monarchs is the ultimate fucking floodgate, and it's the reason why I'm actually running Monarchs, because I believe it's one of the most unfair cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Currently. Domain, as you guys already know, effect reads, while you have no extra deck, your opponent can't use their extra deck if they were to have one. And it gives you the additional boost of reducing your Monarch levels, which is always good. And when you artillery summon monster attack, you gain 800 attack. This card is just dumb. I mean, shutting off the extra deck, shutting off a game mechanic is just stupid. Japan hit Domain of 1, and I'm pretty sure after NAS this year, the TCG is going to do the same and or ban the card. Coming to this at number 6, I have Antispell Fragrance. Just like Imperial Order from back in the day, Antispell Fragrance is another powerful card that shuts off spells. I mean, unlike Imperial Order, it doesn't completely negate their opponent from using spells, but it kind of stuns them for a turn. If you guys don't know what Antispell Fragrance does, it pretty much says both players have to set their spell cards before activating them, which is really useful against decks like heroes and monarchs that rely on their spells to win. So for that being said, it had to be on the list at number 6 because the card is just dumb. It could win your opponent games that shouldn't have won, especially if you open up with. And fun fact, when you activate it on a pendulum deck, they cannot use their pendulum skills. Coming to this list at number 5, I have Lose One Turn. Now this is fucking Skill Drain 2.0. Effect basically reads, while it's on the field, when a monster is special summoned, you can get that monster effect and switch it to defense mode. Basically trying to say that once you, just like Skill Drain, or actually just like Vanity's Emptiness, once you have an established board and you flip the card up, it can just outright stop your opponent's plays if they rely on special summoning. Also, with that being said, decks that don't special summon like Yosenju's and monarchs and really take advantage of this card. So with that power alone, the card is really dumb. I'm surprised it's still at 3. I guess it's because of the format, but I'm pretty sure that once the format slows down just a tad bit, the card will get hit. Coming to number 4, I have Master Restrict. Now Master Restrict made this list because honestly, the card is dumb. I mean, flipping it over on a Monarch deck is really good because it just outright shuts the deck off. And Master Restrict comes from an era of one effect negations, and examples of that is Skill Drain and another card I mentioned on this list, and Imperial Order. But with that being said, Master Restrict is kind of needed for the game right now because Monarch to not let Monarchs run rampant. But I can see in the future down the line if Konami wants to make more Tribute Summon based decks, they're gonna have to hit Master Restrict. The card is overall super powerful, and it's kind of a double-edged sword game. Coming to number 3, I have Necrovalley. Now this is the recent Floodgate a lot of players have found out about. Well, I guess not. It's been used throughout Yu-Gi-Oh history. Card is dumb. It shuts off of cards that the target cards in the graveyard, and cards in the graveyard can't use their effects. So you know, no Monarch effects that activate in the graveyard, etc., etc. It's really good in the new Fissure deck, the Fissure Demise deck that everyone's using. So with that being said, simple effect. It shuts off graveyard and affects a target graveyard, so no things like soul shards. And it has been on number 3 because it's an outright powerful card, but it's a necessary evil for the game. Coming to number 2, I have Kaiser Colosseum. Now this is a card that really pisses me off when it activated on me. Kaiser Colosseum is one of those cards that when you activate it, and if you already have an established board, you're gonna win the duel unless your opponent MSTs it out of the way. For you guys that don't know what Kaiser Colosseum does, it pretty much states that while it is on the field, your opponent cannot control more monsters than you. So all you have to do if you're playing a deck like Evil Swarms is make Ophion, play the Colosseum, or make your Floodgate monster like Darklaw, or make a big Tribute Summon Majesty Fiend in a Monarch deck and pass. And if your opponent's playing a weenie deck like Burning Abyss or Pepe, guess what? They're gonna fucking lose the duel unless they draw their out. And I really hate cards that says your opponent will lose the duel if they draw their out. That irks me to no end. Just like most of the cards on this fucking list. And coming to number 1, Royal Decree. Necessary evil in the game, but at a certain point in time, I'm pretty sure, like a lot of pros have said, Royal Decree will get banned. It comes from the time of the era that a lot of card that has a lot of effects that says shut off one mechanic. It shuts off traps in the game. So in decks like Synchrons and in decks like Monarchs and in decks like Hell Mermail that don't run a lot of traps, Royal Decree really shine. Now while Royal Decree is kind of outclassed by cards like Twin Twister in the current format, I must argue that if you were to go, let's say if you're going first against the opponent and you have the Royal Decree, in a lot of cases Royal Decree can be more powerful than Twist Twister due to the fact that if your opponent does the set 3 to 4 background pass, you flip the Royal Decree, you can pretty much win the duel unless they have an out to it. And also, it pretty much ensures that if you go against Chain Burn, you're gonna fucking win. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, who the fuck plays Chain Burn in 2016? But from my experience playing this fucking game, Chain Burn players just come up out of the woodworks and really will fuck with you and steal your wins when you go into big events. So make sure Royal Decree is always in your side deck if you're going to a big event and you plan on playing competitively, mainly at YCSs. I know I'm probably going to be siding Royal Decree for Nationals just for that fact alone. Probably. I love the card, but it's kind of unhealthy for the game. So with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up to sort of support. As always, if I missed the Floodgate that you guys thought it should have been on the list, let me know in the comment section down below. And as I always tell you guys, if you're a new viewer to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe for more competitive video content. I upload 3 days a week. On Mondays to do general discussions, on Wednesdays to do top 10s, and on Fridays to do Explain series where I explain decks and archetypes in detail. This is Chris from Team Innovation. I do the videos that truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and also do the videos that truly believe in you guys helping me become better player. Team Innovation signing out. Peace, guys, and stay innovative. Deuces. You guys, the fans. So starting off with deck tiers explained. I'm going to talk about tier 0 and what exactly tier 0 is. So tier 0 means God tier.